Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to go over all the mythic weapons that were added in Fortnite Season 2. I'm going to go over what they are, where to find them, how they differ from the normal versions of these weapons, and just my general thoughts on these weapons. If you do find this video helpful or informative, please do remember to give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Also, my Twitch will be the pinned comment down below, so if you want to watch me live stream, I live stream pretty much every day, playing Fortnite, talking about Fortnite, giving tips, etc. So if that's something you'd be interested in, click that link. So to start off with the first mythic weapon, I'm going to start with the one that I think is the most overpowered, and that is going to be Midas's Drum Gun. This can be found by killing Midas at the agency, which is the center island. It's been renamed to the agency, and it has been changed around. This drum gun has 2 more damage than the normal one at 25 damage per shot. It has 2 more fire rate at 10 instead of 8. So this drum gun hits harder and it shoots faster. And if you're a controller player, you also have linear now, which has really good hipfire aim assist, and spike traps have been unvaulted. So if you have this drum gun and you use those settings, like, you're going to be insane. You can go in everybody's box, you could just spray the crap out of them, and there's not really going to be much that they can do. This is also the only drum gun on the map currently. There are no normal versions of the drum gun unvaulted. So this is the only drum gun on the map. And like I said, those previous changes, along with the controller settings that have changed since the drum gun was in the game last, really, I think, make this weapon insanely overpowered. When I get this weapon, I literally just W key everyone I see. It's insanely overpowered, and if you have decent hipfire tracking or just aim assist, you're going to destroy everybody with this weapon. It's insane. There are only one of it. That's the thing with mythic weapons, is it's a special weapon, and there's only one of it on the map. So the Midas Drum Gun, you kill Midas to get it, and that's the only way you can get it. Other than that, you have to kill the person. You have to find the person who did that and kill them. So it's a somewhat difficult weapon to get. It's not going to be spammed all the time. Some games you won't even see it at all. Like, the person might get it and die in Storm or something. But I think Midas's Drum Gun is the most overpowered. It's the most effective, and it's also the most likely weapon to make it like deep in the game, since it comes from Center Island. The next weapon I want to go over is Sky's Scar and Grappler. This can be found at the island called the Shark at the top left corner of the map. When you kill Sky, you can get her Scar and her Grappler, which are both mythic items. So, like the drum gun, the Grappler is back, but this is the only version of it. The normal Grappler is not back, but the Sky's Grappler is. So if you kill her, if you go to the top left island and get it, you can have the Grappler, but it's not going to be like before where everybody is spamming Grapplers to get height. And this one often doesn't even make it that late into the game from what I've seen. Her Scar does 1 more damage than the legendary version at 37 damage, and it also shoots slightly faster with a fire rate of 6 instead of the normal 5.5 that Scars usually have. Her Grappler also has unlimited uses, but like I said, it's a mythic item, so it's not like every player in the game you see is going to have this item. It is very effective, and her Scar is also very effective, so if you want to get them, consider landing at that top left island. The next weapon I want to talk about is Meowsicle's Pew Pew Rifle, which is the mythic heavy assault rifle. This can be found by killing Meowscles at the yacht, which is currently at the top right corner of the map above Steamy. I'm not sure if it's going to move around. I could see that potentially being a thing, but as of now, it's above Steamy stacks. And as far as I know, the only change with this weapon is that it does 3 more damage than the normal legendary heavy AR. So it does 44 body damage and 88 headshot damage. Really nice. It does seem to drop off on damage rather quickly. Like, when I first picked it up, I thought its damage was only 42 because I was shooting at people that were kind of mid-range. So you have to be pretty close to get this full 44 damage. But when you get it, it hits very hard. The bloom may be different with this weapon, but like, I haven't used the heavy AR much recently, so I'm not really in tune with what that weapon's bloom is like. So I can't really notice a difference if there is one. But it's definitely an effective weapon, and if you enjoy the heavy AR, it's really solid. The next weapon I want to talk about is Brutus's minigun. This is found by killing Brutus at the grotto, and this minigun does 1 more damage than the normal minigun. The fire rate is the same. The overheat time may be different, and I've been told it's more accurate, but I haven't really used the minigun often at all, so I can't really speak if those two things are different, because like the heavy AR, I don't really use the weapon that much. So I don't really know what the bloom of it is like, and I don't know what the overheat time of it is like, but it does 1 more damage. I wouldn't be surprised if some of those other stats were changed, because it is meant to be like a mythic special weapon. The final mythic weapon we have is Tina's Boombo, and this can be found by killing her at the oil rig. It has unlimited ammo, but like the bandage bazooka, it can only hold 5 shots at a time, and it takes a while to recharge. I've seen people talk about this as if it's like super overpowered because it has unlimited ammo, but in the past, the Boombo took shotgun shells, and if you're playing solos or even squads or duos, and you're mid to late game, you likely have an absurd amount of shotgun shells, especially if you've opened the big ammo boxes, and the vaults at these locations usually have lots of ammo boxes. So this is a nerf in my opinion. I usually had an absurd amount of shotgun shells, so I had basically unlimited ammo, and I could spam it whenever I wanted. It does 75 damage with the blast radius, and I think 100 if you hit the person, so it is weaker than the Boombo was, but it's still very powerful. And like the grappler and the drum gun, this is the only version of the Boombo that is back. There is no normal Boombo. There is only this mythic Boombo. So that is all the mythic weapons. They're all really, really powerful, but they're all kind of risky to get. Midas's drum gun is center island, so you're going to have like a hard time getting it somewhat. I often find that third partying that center island is way more effective than actually landing there. Like say you land Crackshot's cabin, loot up, and then push it. You're likely going to have better loot and more mats than the people who actually landed there. And lots of these spots are on edge. When you kill the bosses, you also get a key card, and that will allow you to open the vault. And the vault always has a supply drop in it. And from my experience this season, supply drops always give launch pads. So you'll pretty much always have a launch pad to rotate out of the area. But these areas are all really, really on edge, with the exception of agency. So you do have to be somewhat concerned about storm when getting them. And I've played a lot this season. It's not like every game I play is just mythic weapon spam. You do see them pretty frequently, but every game I lost was not because of a mythic weapon. They're all slightly useful, slightly better than the normal versions. The Midas's drum gun is insane. That's the only one I think that is like really, really OP. And then the others are all just pretty good. So interesting concept that they had. I think it's pretty high risk, high reward at times, but that's going to be it for this video. If you guys found it helpful, like I said before, leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and comment down below letting me know what you think of these mythic weapons and which one is your favorite. Thanks for watching.